So, yeah, no, generally setup, I'd say, was good. For me, though, I don't know if you can sort of really see on there. There's a little bit more kind of tilt here on this right-hand one, just where you kind of got your chest a little bit more. The way I sort of look at it is if you're looking at a golf ball straight in front of you, if that was kind of 12 o'clock down there, the feeling is your body's kind of pointing a bit more to, say, 1 o'clock to the right slightly, What you tended to do...
That basic setup, that little remembering to tilt the shoulders back is the one thing.
Well, the way you got to look at it is this hand here on the right, without the glove on, is lower than your left hand. So that's the fact. If you want both arms to be sort of similar and relaxed length, we assume both arms are the same length, the shoulders have to be tilted. What we tend to see, if the shoulders aren't tilted, we see your left sort of shrug up here, and then you tend to have your body aiming left, which now makes it harder for that right hip to rotate. And you'll see now as you go back on this left-hand one, because of that sort of setup, your hip now has to slide and move into the backswing rather than rotate. And the backswing there in some ways is a bit shorter in terms of length. Compare that to...
I never realised I brought the club up that far.
It
doesn't feel like...
It wouldn't. That's why people struggle with distance control for 50-yard shots, because they think they go, you swing to about here somewhere and the club goes up to there. But this one here now with a better rotation, so you see your hips staying away from that line. The knee goes a little bit, but look how much further your body there... You're going to see your back now is turned towards target, Your shot, you almost see your right shoulder behind your head there. So you're taking your golf club now and you're doing this more as opposed to that more, So you're moving and that's why I think you're probably feeling a little bit of back.
I can definitely feel the difference between the ones that you've said that's what I want to see and the other shot.
And as I said, because we're now, this is effectively what we call a flatter swing, flatter in a good way. I'm not saying there are flat swings that are too far around and that's bad, and there are flatter swings based on someone who used to be a little bit steeper, coming a little bit across, hitting the ground a bit heavy. We want to change that. By changing the angle slightly, the angle of attacking the ball was slightly shallower, so you're going to tend to catch a couple thin initially, because in the past when you were going that steeper angle on the left hand side, as you came back in the golf ball now, you had to almost try to not hit the ground. You sort of just pull up your arm. We're talking like such an amount, you wouldn't even see it on camera. It's just a tiny little sort of instinct to sort of stop fatting it. And then when you swing flatter, that same instinct now, we catch it a little bit thin, And it's just realigning yourself to where the ball is, I guess, effectively. So once the body works better, you rotate better. I would practice that right hip movement. Again, like I said, literally up against a wall at home. Get yourself there. The gap between there, we want to try and, at worst case, maintain. It should be slightly increasing as we go back. And then once you're here now you can move your body more to the left. So we can get the three parts of the golf swing of rotate, then we slide. Kind of there. We could do a bit more in next year, so we're looking probably the next session and beyond where the downswing is going to be the issue. But your hands now we can see nearly getting more towards that left side, and it's probably a fraction further forward than what they were. But again, that's going to be probably a later lesson, I would say. Get this working better, feel the back working better, and then we can then start moving the next session.
It's nice to see a little bit of progress.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And again, as much as it's a very small sample size, that one shot you saw that went 152 is kind of indicative of what we're looking to try and produce a few months down the line, which will become your stock shot, and then you'll be hitting 7 and 8 irons further. Not saying a wedge is going to go 160, but it'll be going a little bit further, rather than your 5 iron being 160. Okay, Andrew? Good stuff. No, good. Very good, mate. Right.